And now you having understanding a lot more about Eastern Orthodoxy and having debated these people, having conversations, it seems like you have a unique vantage point that a lot of Catholics don't have. Usually, Catholics are used to speaking and debating with Protestants and debating, defending the papacy from Scripture, from the Church Fathers, and it's not nearly as difficult, I would think, to debate a Protestant as Orthodox because they share a lot more of our faith with us.
You're right.
But they're taking to task every single time a pope has done so because they're really attacking the papacy. Talk about how that has given you an understanding that maybe other Catholics don't see that in helping get you through this recognize and resist mentality.
Yeah, good question. I mean, there's a lot there, a lot of different ways we can
Yeah,
take this. Well, I think that when you look at a lot of Catholics already have an Eastern Orthodox understanding of the papacy. Unfortunately, they don't hold to a Catholic understanding of the Magisterium, let alone the papacy itself. Um, they're more in line with Eastern Orthodox ecclesiology,
yeah. But they're saying
which
magisterium of all time as opposed to saying the fathers, the consensus of the fathers, right? So
similarly, you might have Orthodox who say, well, the Magisterium up until the Pope started teaching heresy is reliable. And by the way, you have different views among Eastern Orthodox, right? But let's maybe speak of like a Steelman version or the highest ecclesiological version that they have, the one that expresses the highest reverence towards the papacy. Somebody who kind of holds to a high papal view, who's Eastern Orthodox, might say that yes, we are to follow the Pope. He's number one in the taxis and the order of churches, and we are to follow him if he is not teaching heresy. That's actually what some Eastern Orthodox saints have said, and that's going to be a very common Eastern Orthodox understanding among the high papal Eastern Orthodox, those who have a high reverence for the papacy, and more of a historical understanding of the papacy. So they'll say, yeah, sure, we'll follow him. We'll assent to what he teaches as long as he doesn't teach heresy. Well, guess what? There's a lot of Catholics saying the exact same thing. Congratulations, you're Eastern Orthodox, and you didn't know it. But the problem is, if you're the one determining, you or your synod of bishops are determining if the Pope is in heresy, again, that is contrary to what the ecumenical councils that are deemed to be ecumenical by the Catholic Church have taught. So the Eighth Ecumenical Council for Catholics is not the Eighth Ecumenical Council for some Eastern Orthodox. And the Eighth Ecumenical Council for Catholics deems that no synod of bishops, no patriarch, no bishop, no priest, no layman can determine that the Pope teaches heresy, or even utter that in a pamphlet, in writings and tracts, and it anathematizes anybody who does that. And it did anathematize Photius for doing that very thing, who later on came back into the communion with the Catholic Church and is venerated as an Eastern Catholic saint today. So there's a case of one among several persons who are anathematized by an ecumenical council, but are a saint in the Catholic Church, or some parts of the Catholic Church. So yeah, here you can see, if you're going to follow the Catholic understanding of the Magisterium, that position from Eastern Orthodox is they're just not compatible. Yet, ironically, many Catholics are promoting that understanding of Eastern Orthodoxy. So the more you're just kind of aware of the conversation of what has gone on in church history, the more you're aware of what the Magisterium has taught, the more you're aware of what the Catholic position is, the quicker you can kind of spot Eastern Orthodox perspectives among some Catholics.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and if you want to support the channel, visit patreon.com/Reason and Theology.